It was an educational event. It was supposed to be a nice night for people to come out and have a dinner served to them in a different and unique way. We had a chef who prepared the menu and the meal, and the 4-H Challenge kids helped serve the food and prepare the food. What was also interesting is that all of the vegetables that were grown were all grown by us, by David Rodriguez, our horticulture agent at either the Children's Garden at the San Antonio Botanical Gardens or at the Texas Food Bank. Every course that we had incorporated insects in some way. People weren't eating insects on a stick, but everything that they ate had insects incorporated in it. So on the salad, they had roasted mealworms that gave it kind of a nutty, buttery flavor. The quesadillas were made out of cricket flour, so that increased the protein, reduced the fat, and it didn't taste any differently. Most people said they were surprised that they didn't taste insects. And then in the baked apple, it was a cricket granola made also from cricket flour. And then, of course, the honey is a byproduct of bees. And in the queso, we added fire ants, which added a little different flavor to it. Doesn't really make it spicy, but the venom has a different taste that some people picked up on.
When I was in college, they talked that I'd heard that grasshoppers were going to be sold like potato chips in 10, 15 years, and it hadn't happened yet, but kind of made me interested in it. And then when I got in the Air Force, I was able to go to survival school and try a few bugs there. They weren't very good, so this is a chance to maybe see if they've improved the flavor of what they're eating. We had the quesadillas that were made with cricket flour and with goat cheese, mushrooms, and they had a very good flavor. You cannot taste the bugs and that kind of stuff. I can see that would be how insects would probably become used here as a way to enhance the protein content of foods, and you not even notice that you're going to eat them.
All of the youth that were involved were 4-Hers, or we had one recent graduate from 4-H who's now in college. But they're either part of the Food Challenge team, they had done public speaking through 4-H, or they're on the entomology 4-H team. And so many of them were serving, many of them were cooking and preparing the meals, and we also had them presenting what everyone was going to be eating, what every entree was, so they got to do some public speaking skills as well.
A year after the first camp, I was going into a science fair, and entomophagy was one of the science things that I could do a project on. And so that's when I really started getting into it, because I had to eat bugs every day and test myself and test others and make the stuff, and so that's when I really got into it.
It was, we're introducing insects in the diet as a different form of protein, and we know that insects are a more sustainable form of livestock as opposed to more traditional livestock. They require less food, less space, of course, and much less water. But on the flip side, they provide more protein pound for pound than beef, chicken, and pork combined.